Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me. Today we've got a brand new creator we're covering on TikTok. Her name is Adrielle Sigler or something like that. Adrielle Sigler. And it's giving uber trash. Ratchet trash. Trashy ratchet. Okay? Disgusting what this woman has been doing. She's been grifting and she's exploiting her child to get there. And it's gross and I don't like it because it's like triggering me. So let's talk about it. I am a little bit gasted. Fully not. Okay. Doing a video. Don't you guys know that I'm a YouTuber? Jerks. Anyway, we're going to talk about Adrielle Sigler. She's been on my list for a little bit. I've been getting... Here's how this works. Generally inside my Instagram, I'll get a bunch of messages. You should cover this. You should cover this. You should cover this. And oftentimes it's like, oh yeah, well, give me a link. I'll take a look at it. But this one, Adrielle Sigler, has been messaged to me like hundreds of times by people. And I took a look at it a while ago before she went uber viral. And basically the whole story is this woman is a grifter. Right? So she uses her kid and she goes on Instagram, TikTok, and she loves drama, she loves the hate, and she like feeds off of it. I just saw a live with her, which is what reminded me today. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about today. Then she popped out in a live, and I guess they do these things on TikTok called battles. And I guess you just bring a person on, you can debate, you can argue, you can talk, you can laugh, whatever, and people vote, I guess. I would love to do that actually. Debate any of these people on one of those battles. Like, let's go. But I haven't. I don't know how to do it. Anyway. So she was on that, and it reminded me, and then she just starts talking about, and something's going on with this GoFundMe that she created, and she's absolutely truly grifter. She's actually a gross grifter, and it's pissing me off because she's using her child to get it. So I think this all started with like her saying something like, let me see if we can find it here. So this is called WNY News. It says like this. 7 individuals charged following assault incident in Allen Park. Jamestown, New York, police department responded to an assault reported by Allen Park. 7 individuals have been charged after an investigation into the incident on May 24th. On May 2, 2024, Jamestown Police Department received reports of an assault at Allen Park, West Virginia Boulevard, Jamestown. Following an investigation, 7 individuals were identified and subsequently charged. The details surrounding the incident and the identities of individuals involved have not been disclosed by authorities, likely because they're minors. The individuals charged have been released on appearance ticket pending further proceedings. The boy who was assaulted was named in SA allegations on 425 prior to the incident. What? Are these comments? The boy who was assaulted was named in an SA allegation on 425 prior to the incident. This is why the fight took place. Now the mom is spinning the story on TikTok to fit her narrative and to profit through a GoFundMe exploiting her son. Do more research before donating to this fund is absolutely sick. The mother's trying to profit off the situation. And just by taking one look at her content, you know that that's what she's doing. Like, you don't even have to, you know that it's just legitimately, she's a ratchet ass grifter. Okay? And this is what happened. So through all that, oh my gosh, the ads that they put in these things is insanity. Okay, so look at the ads on Daily Mail. So single mom, so this is what happened. So let me see if we can find the actual video. Ew. When my boyfriend took my jeans off with his teeth the night before his girlfriend sent me this. That's literal trash. Wait, what is it? Please stop messaging and calling my boyfriend, especially at midnight. I would appreciate it highly. Thank you. Okay, sorry about that. I wasn't aware. I hope things are well, both of you. She's just a trashy piece of trash. That's what she is. So this woman also is jobless, right? She's unemployed and still going on vacations, buying bags and doing all this stuff. Like, she doesn't have a job, and yet she just, again, if people are stupid enough to give her their money, then they deserve it, right? Am I right? Like, they deserve it. But she takes advantage of stupid people, which is why we all speak up about this stuff.
Hold on, wait. Adrielle son did what? Adrielle Sigler, the creator, her son did what? Okay, normally I don't come on here and talk about other creators, but this one just drives me insane. She really does. It's always something different with her. I blocked her, but she somehow still shows up on my FYP. Now, if you guys follow her or have seen anything, I'm sure you've seen that her son was jumped by like 7, 8, 9, 10 boys. If it changes, who knows? Nobody should be jumped by that many people. Absolutely not. Okay. But that's not the whole story. Everything keeps unfolding as days go on. And also she has a GoFundMe for $30,000 because she's scared for her life, hers and her kid's life, so she wants out of where she's at and she wants to move. Don't know who needs $30K to move, but and then she claims that she spends $17K a month. Okay, well, how about don't spend any extra money for 2-3 months and you'll have your own $30K. There you go. Anyway, so come to find out that she had said he was walking home from school because he stayed over school.
Anyway, that's basically what we're talking about here. So all this stuff went viral, right? She went viral. She wanted people to give her money, so she wanted to move, right? That was her whole thing. She's like, I need money to move. I need to get it. It's unsafe, right? But then this happened. This dropped here. It says, mom influencer ripped for asking for donations after spending $17,000 in 1 month. Okay? Did she put the con in contribution? New York mom influencer Adrielle Sigler has been criticized for requesting online donations after reportedly spending $17,000 in a month. That's bananas. That's Doherty dozen level spending, okay? Single mother of 3, Sigler, 33, whose videos have amassed millions of views on TikTok, has numerous times asked strangers to contribute money to help her with allegedly high living costs and child rearing. How about you get a job? You dirt. Go get a job. Why are you begging people to... You might as well just, get a job! In her latest video plea...
I am raising a $30,000 GoFundMe. The link is in my bio. Here's the reason it's going to cost me $30,000 to move. My children and I need to move as quickly and safely as possible.
Passable, yeah, Alex.
Our lives are...
New York.
...are at risk. I found a safe neighborhood in a safe city with a safe school district. Here are all the hurdles I have to jump if I want to move my children as quickly as possible.
Also, not anybody's responsibility but your own.
I have to find a home. I have to apply for a home.
$30,000? She's just going to be... She can't get a mortgage, clearly, because she probably has zero credit. But $30,000 would be a decent down payment in a nice home in a small town in America. Right? So she's not buying a home. She just wants to go rent and lease a home because she can't buy one.
Applications are not free. I've already spent $90 on applications.
Applications aren't free? Since when? Get a realtor.
I have to get approved for the home. I have to...
What does that cost money to be approved?
Tour the homes.
No, you don't. Not if it's an emergency situation. No, you don't. If you got to get out of there because you're in dire straits and you're going to die if you don't... No, you don't have to tour it. The photos should be fine. Also, you could hire a realtor in that area to go and do walkthroughs in a FaceTime for you. Lots of people do it. You do not have to fly there on a mini vacation to see the homes. That's a bullshit lie.
Gas money is not cheap. Then, here's the biggest catch. I have to be chosen if I get approved.
Okay.
Today, I took my children on a road trip to our city of choice. We went to several open houses.
So you went to a place where you have no idea if you're even going to get it. You just want to spend money. You don't know if you're going to get it. You don't here's the thing. Why don't you choose a bunch, get chosen for those, then be like, okay, I'm coming out on this date to see them all. You could tell this woman just flagrantly wastes money and tries to justify it. These are the type of people that I grew up with. These are the type of people that were in my life. I cannot stand these types of people. Okay? And I mean these type of people, I mean family. So she has no plans, and she gets a bunch of money and she goes and wastes the bunch of money that didn't need to be wasted. But then still asks for $30,000. Like so far what she said is a $90 for application. Let's say that's true, which is not. Let's say it's true though. Look, what are you applying for? 500,000 houses? Alexa, what's $30,000 divided by $90? So is she applying for 333 houses? Because she's lying to everybody. She's lying.
A line of people who are also interested in renting these homes.
So why did you go out there and waste your money? And how did you go if you didn't raise the money yet?
To the sidewalk. It's a competitive market if you want to be a...
Yeah, no landlord should be putting her in the house because she doesn't have guaranteed income. She's an influencer on TikTok, which is going to be banned pretty soon, by the way, and I can't wait because people like this won't be able to grift.
You also want to be chosen. To show the landlord you're serious, you have to stand out. How to stand out? Offer to pay off the lease.
Oh, so she's like, I want to pay a year's worth of lease. She's such a liar. She's such a damn liar.
So
You could just give advance checks. I mean, if you say, look, I'll pay a year's in advance, I guess people who are renting would say that that's, sure, I like that. But are you saying that's going to be, that's what she says she needs $30,000 for? She's lying to you.
if the lease is 6 months, offer to pay the 6 months. Which means if the rent is $2,200, that's $13,200.
Taylor spit.
And you have to pay the security deposit, and you have to pay the first and last month's rent.
No, if you pay the entire 6 months, you don't have to pay the first and last. You've already done that in the 6-month lease, dumbass.
We're already looking at $19,800.
No, she's lying to you. She's padding the numbers.
Next, I have to hire haul-away services because we will be downsizing. I cannot afford a 4-bedroom the way I have a 4-bedroom now. That's out of my budget.
Well, maybe you didn't. Why you have one nail? You have one nail left. Maybe you didn't spend money on your shitty nails. You didn't spend money on products. Look, and when you see what she spent $17,000 on, you're going to be flabbergasted. So she's like, she spends money. Apparently, I'll get to it.
And so we will be downsizing from a 4-bedroom to less. So I have to pay a service provider to haul away my things and donate my things. I have to get rid of a lot of things. Then I have to hire movers because I don't know how to take furniture apart, and I can't carry.
It's easy. Don't be a loser.
All of our beds. I am not capable of that.
Do you have no friends? It's very, very telling when someone doesn't have any friends. What that is a sign to me of, and this is why it's triggering to me, is people in my life are like this, is that you have used and abused everybody in your life, and then when you're done with them, you burn the bridge because they no longer want to help you because they feel used, and then you're like, well, F you then, I don't want you in my life. That's what she does, right? She doesn't have any support or help because she has burned every bridge in her life, probably including her family. I don't even know anything about this girl, but these are the vibes she's putting off. Correct me if I'm right or wrong. You will in the comments, those of you who know her story. Okay? But it's giving absolute degeneracy.
So I have to hire movers from the city we're moving to, who have to drive the U-Haul.
No, that's stupid. You can just hire movers. You can just hire movers in your city and they'll drive it there.
To our house. And then they have to drive back. So not only do I have to pay for the U-Haul, their gas mileage,
No, if you're hiring movers, they have their own trucks, butthole.
which is 200 miles or more. I also have to pay for their services, which...
Just say I have to pay a moving company to move me. Why are you padding it like this? Just say you have to move things. Between $3,000 and $5,000 what it should cost.
is a big job. Then I have to pay all the utilities and have them set up in the home and transfer over.
Okay, well, I keep missing the point where it's our problem or anybody else's on the internet's problem. How's it anybody else's problem? Interesting that you don't say. This is why it's our problem? How about that? Do a video?
Our internet provider.
Here's why it's your problem. You should pay for my bills because I'm an absolute stanky loser. Is that a video that exists yet?
All of our moving expenses will amount to roughly almost $30,000.
She went from 19 to be like, and then it's about 30 G's. Plus I have to pay for, my hair or my nails. I gotta go to vacation. Like, it's part of that, right? I gotta, it's me time. Me. Selfish me. These are the types of people, I know it's gonna piss a lot of people off for saying this, but I absolutely can't stand people who you absolutely know live off the dole, okay, who live off welfare, who take social programs, but yet spend money on their hair and nails and everything else. And I have personal experience with this, okay? I absolutely judge people who do that, and I think they're disgusting, especially if they have children. Okay, if you have children and you live on welfare and yet you have $3,000 hair and nails done monthly, you are absolutely the trashiest people in our society. And you should be judged for it. You're disgusting. You're walking around with $1,000 purses looking like that on the welfare day. And again, speaking from complete experience here, okay? I grew up like this. And yes, I'm understanding that this is how I grew up, and that's why I'm judging people, and that's why it's triggering me. But that's what I'm saying. She's that type of person. She gets the money, the windfall, and it's gone. Probably spends it before she even has it. Okay? Probably owes people, and then doesn't pay them back, too.
And then GoFundMe takes a percentage of the money we raise.
Oh, no! Are you going to be okay?
So I won't be actually getting $30,000. I'll be getting less than that after GoFundMe takes their portion.
Again, I've yet to hear where this is our problem.
My GoFundMe goal is very accurate for a single mom with children who needs to move as quickly as possible.
You guys are like, the entitlement is absolutely off the charts, and you see a lot of the entitlement with ratchet people. You really do. There's a lot of entitlement with people who get entitlements from the government. They feel entitled. Does anybody know people like this? Like, I have many in my family. Okay? The entitlement is off the charts of people who get free money from the government. Like, I can't even speak to them because it, like, especially when it comes to money and they talk about things like that and they're like, well, I need this, I need help. You get free money. Why don't you just be better with it?
If you were to see all of the people who also want to move into the same apartments as we do, apartments, you have to stand out. And the only way you could stand out is to offer to pay off that lease.
No, it's not. Here's a way to stand out. Have good credit score. How about that? Maybe a good letter from your previous landlord. That'll help you stand out. You do not need to be like, I'll pay right up front. That's not, I mean, maybe it'll help you stand out, but that's just going to raise red flags for people. You're like, okay, well, why are you paying up front for what? Like, I'd like to see your history now of your other rentals, please. Let me see that. That's what I would, like, if someone came to me and said, I'll give you 6 months free, or I'll give you 6 months up front, or I'll give you a year up front. I actually did rent a house for a little while when I moved to Waterloo from Ottawa. We rented our house because we were going to keep it. And we had lots of people who wanted it. It was a beautiful house. And some people did offer that stuff. And my wife and I are like, well, that's a red flag. That's an absolute red flag. Why are you paying way up ahead advance? Like, I'll give you advance checks and all this kind of stuff. Like, it's likely because you're not going to pass, you know, your credit check and your, like, I want to see your rental agreements from other landlords. That's what we have in place. Like, I want to make sure you're not going to destroy my house. So that's not going to help you stand out. That's actually going to help you stand out worse.
That will be our only hope of moving as quickly as possible.
This is what she's telling you. She has terrible credit.
While we're in a dangerous situation where our lives are at risk.
And again, she's lying about that.
My son was gang assaulted, robbed. He almost lost his life to 10 people.
Thought it was 7. Now it's 10 people? That's interesting.
Who threatened to break into our home and do it again with...
Call the police. Call the police.
Weapons. And
Call the
it's
police!
not helping.
Have your own weapons!
Now that so much of this has been exposed that people are creating conspiracy theories about my son's tragic event.
No. They're not. They're actually probably bringing up legit receipts.
Traumatic event.
Traumatic. This girl's grifting off of her son's beat down at school, and a lot of people are saying this is why he was beat. There's never ever an excuse, though, to gang up on a kid, and I understand that. Like, your kid's being bullied, I understand that. But you could just pull your kid out of school. Homeschool them. Lots of schools now have, because of COVID, they have these programs where you can just go online and learn. They have it all in place. Your kid doesn't need to go to school. And if they need protection, call the police. Charge those students. If those students get charged, and it looks like they were, or sort of were, then they're not going to bug you. They're going to go to jail. Okay, so she's just, again, she's the type of person that's like, it's all or nothing with her, right? It's like, I need to, like, this, she'll grasp onto a thing and be like, I need to do this, and use anything in her power to get that, to grift that, to like con it out of people, right? She's using this grift of what happened to her son to be like, give me it, when there's other options you have. Okay, you do have other options.
Which in turn is providing this story so much exposure. We have so much love and support. And we are also receiving so many threats.
She looks like a burnt hot dog, right? Like a hot dog that was boiled, and then like, but it floated on top of the water for a long time, and then, but you like take the hot dog out, and the top layer is darker than the bottom layer. I'm saying that's the skin tone. It's giving hot dog water.
So, I am grateful for everyone who's clicking that link in my bio, donating and helping us raise money to move. Thank you.
Again, I never heard anything here where it's other people's problem. Why did you say why you can't pay these things yourself? Have you said, hey, look, I've tried to get a job, but I can't because I'm disabled, or I have this and that and the other thing? Sounds like your kids are in school, so you have the day to work. So have you given anybody any reason to as to why we need to give you money? What is the reason you can't get your own damn money? Has anybody, anything there? Nothing?
For all
No?
your love and support. If you aren't comfortable donating on GoFundMe, you can always send a gift in my comment section.
That's nice.
If I'm live streaming, you can pop in on my main account, Vegan Riz.
What a loser. Okay. So that's in the latest video plea. The Jamestown-based stay-at-home mom set up stay-at-home parent, basically welfare parent, set up a GoFundMe page to try and raise $30,000 so they could move. The content creator claimed their son was brutally assaulted on May 2nd, and they needed to move as soon as possible because their lives were at risk. Call the police. That's why I had to put money, blah, blah. She additionally claimed that she had unenrolled him from public school. There you go. So he's not in school. Transferred him to a homeschooling platform and flew him out of town because he was receiving death threats. Again, call the police if you're getting credible death threats. The police are going to take that seriously, especially after he was assaulted. Are you serious? It sounds like, and I'm not, this isn't victim blaming, but like this kid, if it's true what he did to this other person's SA allegation, like, who just gets assaulted? And that's coming from a guy who was relentlessly bullied, but assaulted by 7 people and then continuously attacked? For what? And if it's for no reason, holy crap, yeah, call the police. While it may seem like a noble cause, some internet sleuths found the fundraising campaign a tad suspect, given Sigler posted a video a month earlier claiming that she spent $17,000. So this is before the GoFundMe. She's claiming she spent $17K because she's an influencer, right? She spent $17,000 in a month. Now, I make decent money. My wife and I both do. Never in a million years, even though we have high expenses, especially living in Canada, would spend $17,000 in a month. I would absolutely feel like a complete donut if I did that. And this woman doesn't have a job, but has hairy armpits. Drama influencer Conspiracy posted a clip when she exposed the suspicious spending habits. And that's here. Conspiracy, here we go.
The GoFundMe link is in my bio. The GoFundMe link is staying in my bio. This month I spent close to $17,000. I'm a single stay-at-home mom of 3. So I'm financially responsible for 3 little humans.
Okay. Again, I keep missing the point where it's our problem. It's off of the charts. This woman's like, I have 30 kids, so then go take care of them. It's nobody's responsibility but your own.
Rest of the video, but here's what she spent $17,000.
I need this video.
All while asking for $30,000. So
pays rent in advance. Didn't say how much.
She pays her rent months in advance, but she didn't tell us how much. Then she says her car had to be totally repaired, whatever that means.
I needed tire fluid and windshield wiper washer handles.
That was $5,000. And she had to get a rental car. That was $1,000.
Yeah, no, if you take your car in to get fixed for $5,000, find a place that's going to give you a loaner.
Kids' clothes for summer, $1,600.
Now, again, these are the types of people who live very poorly. Right? They live way above their means. They're in so much amount of debt. As soon as they get money, well, I need $1,600. My kid needs Nikes and needs Adidas, needs all this super expensive stuff because that's how they feel value. That's how I have expensive stuff. It looks like I'm rich. Man, poor people who buy things for expensive that are expensive are just so stupid. Okay? Do you ever grow up with like knowing somebody who's rich? Like there's difference between rich, middle class, and poor. Poor generally wears all the things that they think all the rich celebrities should wear. But actual rich people, they're not wearing any of that garbage. They don't wear that stuff. Doesn't happen.
Groceries, $3,000 a month.
With 3 kids? I mean, in this market, I don't even think... I mean, Doherty does like $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and she has 11 kids. That's a little bit much.
DoorDash.
So you spend $3,000 a month on groceries and you DoorDash $800.
$800. Gas, couple $100. Car payment, didn't say how much. Utilities.
You have a car payment on a car, you have to spend $5,000 to get repaired.
$800 a month. Internet. She personally has 2 phones, so those bills didn't say how much. Each of her kids has a cell phone, didn't say how much. Their in-app subscriptions didn't say. Kids allowance didn't say.
Wow.
Things off of Amazon.
Things off of Amazon.
Makeup, hair stuff, supplements, things around the house. Then says that she also rents a garage, but she hadn't paid that yet. She ends the video with this.
Yeah, if you're a single mom and you're supporting 3 kids, and some months, rent is due and your car needs to be fixed, you can easily spend $15,000 to $20,000 a month.
No, you can't.
Let's not forget birthdays, oh my god, and hair salons.
Why go to hair salons? Again, like I said before.
Okay, maybe you don't have to spend money at hair salons, but you probably should if you want your kids to be happy.
You should spend money at hair salons if you want your kids to be happy. That's a new one. Hadn't heard that one before. Like, again, the trash is just seeping from the video.
You don't have to put them in sports, but you should if you want your kids to be happy. I'm generous. I'm super generous. I invest all my time into making a living for social media.
So then why do you have to beg for money? I'm super generous. Are you?
And in return, that goes back to my kids.
How are you generous? Will you give your face to the internet? Is that what you're saying? She's generous by spending her time on TikTok? That's what her generosity is? Are you? The audacity of this hot dog flavored person.
My investment. I would be a good parent if I just let my kids live at bare minimum. That sucks. Who the fuck wants to do that?
Well, then get a job. It's so infuriating, this type of person who grifts and like, I don't want to give my kids should have everything. So then figure out how to get them everything without asking them, begging people for it.
This is the month my kids need new cell phones too. I forgot about that.
Oh, F off, jerk face. I don't like this woman. I don't like her at all. I want to see that video now that has her 900. Who the hell watches this woman? Who watches welfare people on the internet twerk? What's wrong with you? Are you like, ew, the trash, man? Again, trash attracts trash. This is her tribe. Okay, where's this video where she's sitting in the car and talking about $17,000 a month? I bet you it's gone off her channel. Oh, she's just, ugh. Look at this. What's this?
Oh, Carl with the money gun! Carl with the money gun! Linda with the TikTok sunglasses! Linda with the shades! We got the glowing
I'm really working hard to raise my raise. Shut up. It's 2 seconds away from an OnlyFans if she doesn't have one already. I'm obviously a little bit pissed today because this type of person triggers me because they are trash and their children have to suffer through it all. It's like this mad mama and these types of people that are just absolute and utter trash and their children are going to suffer. So I went on the Adrielle Sigler snark page, got 5.2 thousand members. And apparently she dirty deleted this.
GoFundMe contacts my new landlord.
Okay, sorry. I'll give you some. So before we get to that, I'll give you some context. So then she did this video about what happened to her kid, and she compared, allegedly, she compared what happened to her kid to Sandy Hook.
Click the pink circle, I'm live. My son's assault, my 14-year-old son's assault, has become a Sandy Hook conspiracy theory.
You don't get to do that. You do not get to do that. You don't get to use Sandy Hook in any context of what happened to your son. It is not a conspiracy theory. It's not a Sandy Hook conspiracy theory. You don't even have to say the word Sandy. You do not put the word Sandy Hook in with your son getting in a fight at school. You don't get to do that.
It's sad the world we live in right now does not provide victims with justice, in that individuals would rather trivialize someone's trauma and harm than
No one's trivializing it. They're trying to call out what really happened because you're clearly a damned liar.
support their recovery and healing. Well, I put a GoFundMe together and we have received tremendous support. I'm going live right now. We will continue to receive tremendous support.
She's disgusting. This is a disgusting person.
And it's almost gut-wrenching to me that I have been someone. I am guilty of this. I have been someone who has tagged along the bandwagon of conspiracy theories, and
yeah, we could tell. You know this woman believe, like, what's your sign? You know, she probably has crystals and stuff and salt rocks around the house, things like that, dream catchers, and has read the book. You know, what's that one where you can like speak it into existence or whatever, that book? You know the book I'm talking about. You know, that probably has, you know, really wide belts and things like that for clubbing.
I can now say I understand how those families felt, and I truly, deeply...
No, you do not know how those families felt. Are you really saying you understand how the Sandy Hook parents felt? Did you really just say that?
Regret ever participating in a conspiracy theory. This
oh my gosh!
Culture with confirmation bias and fireback argument is so scary.
This person deserves to be in jail. So she starts this GoFundMe, and it ends up being people getting upset because they find out that she's spending $17,000 and are starting to get upset, and this is what she posts.
GoFundMe contacts my new landlord.
Oh, so GoFundMe launches an investigation into it because it gets reported so many times. Because GoFundMe is not a platform where you just get to grift and like just, I need money, but you don't need the money. Like, they're really strict with that kind of stuff. So it's not found, which means it's being investigated. And I don't know how much they made. So that's kind of sus, not going to lie. But this was, so anyway, they're doing an investigation. She's super pissed about it. And then, like, I guess it's not closed yet. And she keeps trying to understand it. She keeps doing lives about it. And she thinks she has enough clout to, like, take down GoFundMe. So she does this video.
GoFundMe contacts my new landlord. I am going to lose my and
What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do, fight him?
call them out. My receipt.
Oh, no, you're going to call out GoFundMe? They're done for now. Although I hate GoFundMe, too.
My lease agreement and bank statements should be enough. If GoFundMe has the...
You know how easy it is to fake anything? Like, here's a lease agreement. ChatGPT made it for me. They're going to need to contact your landlords, and they're allowed to. If this is about you claiming things, they're going to want to see receipts for those things. And they're allowed to. It's in their terms of service you signed. Dumbass.
audacity
The audacity. What is it with New Yorkers putting Y's on things? The audacity.
to contact my new landlord. It's going to be a cold day in hell.
Why? What do you mean? Like, what are you threatening here? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
That is a violation of my privacy.
No, it's not. You're telling GoFundMe by signing their terms of service that you will abide by their terms of service, which means that you cannot defraud people by lying. That's part of it. And if you're lying, GoFundMe wants to know. Then you'll be banned. Because if you're lying about the $30,000 and they contact your landlord and say, has she paid her 6 months? Has she done this? The things that she said she's done? And they're like, nope. Then you're kind of screwed.
That is invasive. That is rude.
Oh, is it rude? You know what else is rude? You thinking everybody should pay for your damn lifestyle when they're your damn kids.
They have absolutely
No
business to contact my new landlord. And I will let everyone be more than aware.
We're aware. And again, what's your trash following going to do? They're going to go light the place on fire? What are you going to do about it? You and your trashy ass following.
That if they download the app GoFundMe or start a fundraiser, that GoFundMe.com takes advantage of those who create a fundraiser and abuses their powers.
What is it? No, they're calling you out for fraud. If their investigation claims that you've done fraud and their investigation says that you did and you lose that, everybody gets their money back and you get banned. That is, again, you signed the terms of service, butt crack.
To gain personal information for those who create a fundraiser.
They have all your personal information. You gave them your bank account information. You probably have to give them your SIN number in order to get it. They have all your information, your address. They have it all. What? Sorry.
So GoFundMe better watch it.
This woman, the audacity of this piece of shite.
Before they even think about prying their nosy little into my business.
That's probably going to help, though. It's going to help your case if GoFundMe sees this. Like, oh my gosh, Adrielle Sigler called us out with a bunch of Y's on things. We should probably relent here. Because we're real scared of Adrielle Sigler, eh? Yeah? Oh yeah, we're scared of her.
I'll get a lawyer. I don't even care at this.
Whoa, you'll get a lawyer with whose money? With what money? What money you going to use? Hey?
Point. GoFundMe fundraiser for a lawyer.
This idiot. This absolute donut. The snark is going to be fun, though. That's for sure.
They can call my attorney.
You don't have an attorney, you hot dog looking weirdo. She looks like a hot dog.
GoFundMe.
What are the comments in here? She's so effing stupid. She thinks she can go to war with GoFundMe. With her imaginary lawyer. Didn't she say she was suing the local coffee shop for discrimination? Oh my gosh, what have I stumbled upon here? Okay, so there's that, the Sandy Hook thing, and her GoFundMe link, mom influencer. Let's finish this. Yeah, there's the article to finish. The video began with a snippet of Sigler outlining her video in an April video. Is it still there? Oh, it's still here, yeah! Okay, let's watch it together. Let's see what she spends money on.
This month I spent close to $17,000. I'm a single stay-at-home mom of 3, so I'm financially responsible for 3 little humans. A lot of your jaws dropped. How could you possibly spend that much in 1 month?
Well, you're trash.
Here's how.
How did you possibly get $17,000? What we're wondering. Does it pay that much to be on TikTok?
First of all, I pay my rent in advance.
Okay, what does that mean, though? So, like, what do you mean in advance? Like, for next month? For 6 months ahead? What do you mean? What do you mean in advance?
And it was due. Then my car had to get totally repaired. That alone was close to $5,000, and I also
It wasn't.
had to rent a car, which was over $1,000.
Stupid.
So now we're already at close to $8,000.
So she's saying her rent is $3,000 in advance.
Okay, so what? You still spent $12,000, huh?
So first at 17,000, now you're at 8,000, but then you're saying you spent 12,000 more, that's 20,000. Your math ain't mathing, and I'm not a good mather either.
Yeah, because if you think about it, kids are always
Yeah, because they gotta buy a bunch of dumb shit.
growing, and you have to take them back to summer shopping.
No, you don't. Here's a pair of shorts, a couple shirts, Walmart. Walmart for the win, yo. I buy my kids stuff at Walmart. They don't give a shit. My daughter has a little bit of a different taste in certain things, and she gets those things if she wants them. But if I come home with a bunch of Walmart shorts and stuff, she's never complains about that stuff. Like, get wrecked.
New York, and they need summer clothes. So that was like
No, they don't.
$1,600.
Where are you shopping, Chanel?
And then we had to pay for groceries. And my kids like to eat at restaurants, DoorDash, and they're in sports.
Or here's what you can do. Kids, hey, we're poor. So we're going to have to go without certain things because your mother's a loser and she can't afford these things. Cool? And I'm not to say that everybody who can't afford things is a loser, but she's a loser because she can't afford these things and she tries to anyway. Those of you out there struggling to be single moms, this stuff should piss you right off because I grew up with a single mom who did this type of stuff. And a lot of people are like, oh, you did the best you could. Are you? Are you doing the best you can when you spend money on yourself and you have children? Because I would spend my last penny on my children before I'd spend it on myself if that's all I had left. Okay? They come first every single time. I can't stand people like this.
I spend about $3,000 a month on groceries. So now we're almost up to $5,000.
How did you go from $8,000 to $5,000? What? What do you... What? You're out of your tree!
Because between DoorDash and restaurants, I spend probably $800 a month.
Holy shite! Where are you eating? 3-star Michelin?
Okay, then there's gas. Gas is probably only a couple $100 a month, honestly. There's my car payment. Then my utility bills, which are sky high. My utility bills are easily $800 a month.
What are you doing? Cooking meth in your basement? How are they that high?
Then I have my internet.
How many computers are running in your house? What's going on? $800 a month?
I have 2 phone bills. Each of my kids have a phone bill. So that's 5 bills. Then there's all of our subscriptions.
Or just don't do any of these. Like, if are people, I'm going to read the comments after, are people not just being like, why don't you live within your means then? What is your, what? What is your problem? Live within your means.
Then they have like in-app purchases. Sometimes they buy games and stuff.
Oh, do they? Or you could say, sorry kids, I'm broke ass. You can't have those things.
And you have to give your kids allowance, so that's...
No, you don't. What? No, you don't.
Also income that's like my income that goes to them. Did you have to buy things off of Amazon?
No, you... Oh my gosh. She's rage baiting and it's working on me. It's working.
No, my daughter, she likes getting makeup and hair stuff, and I like getting hair stuff and supplements. And I get little...
What's your supplement? How to be anti-asshole supplements. It's not working. Take more.
Things around the house off of Amazon.
Yeah,
I
Amazon.
don't really think about what else it is. It all adds up, though, close to $17,000 a month. I do live in New York State.
So are you saying you're paying $5,000 a month to repair your car? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I rent a garage too. I haven't paid that yet though. I have to pay that. I just
What do you mean you rent a garage?
reminded myself to do that now. So yeah, if you're a single mom and you're...
So then why are you grifting for the money? If you clearly make $17,000 a month, you clearly make it because you're not... Like, she goes on live, she makes it on TikTok, fine. If you earned it that way, so be it. So why are you creating other GoFundMes if you make $17,000 a month? Because you know she spends every penny she gets in. It's gone. Like, every red cent she has. So just live within your means for a couple of months and save up to move. Right? But no, it's an everything's an emergency with these types of people.
And you're supporting 3 kids, and some months, rent is due and your car needs to be fixed. You could easily spend $15,000 to $20,000 in a month.
No. Nobody does that except for Alicia. Are you Alicia's long-lost sister?
Let's not forget birthdays. Oh my god. And hair salons.
You have straight-ass ugly hair. Are you going to hair salon with that?
You know, having kids. Okay, maybe you don't have to spend money at hair salons, but you probably should if you want your kids to be happy. You don't
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
have to put them in sports, but you should if you want your kids to be happy. I'm generous. I'm
After all that, I'm generous. Give me your money.
super generous. I invest.
It's always the people who say things that they're not the things. I'm so generous. I'm super generous. They're not. She's a grifter, and she takes advantage of people in her life, and she has nobody that supports her anymore. She has tapped out everybody, including her family and her grandpa that you're in the video. She's tapped out. She won't even ask him for money anymore because he's done giving her money. Probably owes him like $3,000 or $4,000.
All my time into making a living through social media, and in return, that goes back to my kids, my investment. I wouldn't be
My investment.
a good parent if I just
Ew, your armpits are hairy!
let my kids live at bare minimum. That sucks. Who the fuck wants to do that?
What's bare minimum? Can you maybe just live on $6,000, $7,000 a month instead? Bare minimum. You're such a loser.
This was the month my kids needed new cell phones too. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, well, you better get them those on. Shut up, loser. All right, there it is. I'm financially responsible for 3 little humans. So why are you passing that financial responsibility off to your fans? Why are fans giving you money? There's the GoFundMe. It was at $3,500 at that point. It was at that point Conspiracy chimed in and broke the expenses to spare viewers from having seen the rest of the video. I'm not going to spare you that. We're going to snark on it. Part of the clip, $17,000 was broken down, and then was not broken down properly, by the way. Sigler also reported mentioning other items, including Amazon. Ultimately, the self-proclaimed generous mother doesn't regret the steep expenditures. Oh, what a loser. The upsetter added that she spends all her time making a living on social media so she could support her kids, adding that she doesn't want to let them slum in it. Again, fine, if you're making that kind of money on social, don't let them slum it. I get that. But then why are you doing the grift of the GoFundMes? You don't need it. You make more money than most people will make in their lifetime in a month. Like, you know what I mean, right? She's making $17,000 a month, basically, right? Let's say she's doing $17,000 a month. So if that's what kind of money she's making well over $200,000 a year, and then still grifting her fans for money. That's absolutely asinine and insane. If you want to build into your kids' futures, why don't you put some money away from them for school? Why don't you put some money away from them for their futures? She has not one red cent to her name. Someone who makes over $200,000 a year who can't buy a home, that's a super big red flag. Something tells me that she spends everything, and she's probably more in debt than anything else. Her past is going to catch up to her as she grows, too. There's going to be people who reach out to me, be like, I know everything about her. I know her. I'm a friend. I'm an ex. This, not. You watch. She further justifies the expenditure selling the post. It's not like I'm spending this money on myself buying designer bags and jeans. Yet, yes, she does. Needless to say, many TikTok commenters feel their expense didn't add up. Her math is not mathing, said one skeptic. I wish I had half these luxuries. What's your career? Inquired a commenter, which another retorted, beggar and scammer. Some critics have called nonsense in Sigler's so-called story of her son getting jumped the rationale for her $30,000 GoFundMe. In the comment section of the WN News report, which described how 7 individuals have been charged, many commenters claim that Sigler's son Sven was a willing participant in a pre-planned fight. Apparently, they saying that he threw the first punch. In a video posted May 7th, Sigler can be seen at her front door talking with purported school officials as they inform her son was suspended for 5 days after agreeing to participate in a prearranged fight, which Sigler and her son deny. Yeah, we're probably not going to believe you, though. You're a liar. The victim's mother is exploiting her son and intentionally leaving out crucial information to collect money for sympathy, wrote one naysayer. However, Sigler insists the GoFundMe was imperative for her family's safety, but she doesn't even got it yet. So if it was imperative for your safety in this emergency, you've already moved, because she told her grandpa that she already paid this place where she's going, but she didn't get the money released to her. So she already had the money. So what's going on here? It's not adding up. Despite her claims, social media users have been wholly unsympathetic to her alleged plight because it's not our responsibility, with many accusing her of pulling stunts for internet clout and cash. There's even a Reddit thread dedicating to exposing other alleged stunts by Sigler, including accusations of doxing a minor for tips and suing a cafe for telling her not to film in their establishment. Sounds like a real nice lady. So here's that video. Here are the comments in that video. This is a wormhole, but it's fun. How about invest your time into giving your kids attention? They won't be getting into fights at school. Don't sit on the internet all day and beg for money. Boom. Burn. she's got like tons of hate, but how is she still managing to raise $30,000 and people going into these chats? Because she closes her chats unless you're a subscriber, which you have to pay $3 or something for to get in there. See, people are like hundreds of people commenting. Just why would you give this person your money? It's because drama, and people love the drama and they'll pay to be a part of it. How do you earn $17,000 in 1 month? She's just another one of those scammers. Constant GoFundMes, not willing to work for herself or family, not sure why people fall for her sad sap made up stories of poor me. Get a job like everyone else. She scams people. She spends so much but has a GoFundMe for her kids' braces. She doesn't want to pay for it herself. Wow. Originally, the GoFundMe was for her son's braces, and if she needs to move, she should have enough money. She's spending that much a month. I'm a single mom of 5. I don't spend anywhere near that, probably because you don't make that kind of money. Nobody does. Her math is not mathing. Where do you get the money? I live in NYC. I've never had $17,000 expenses in my life. Mama 7 here. This is bull BS. Mom of 3 twins and a boy. I don't make my kids happy, but I guess because I don't buy them everything. I live in Ontario and our food bill's $100 a week. I don't know about that. I've spent $17K while asking for $30K. And again, it's all hate. She's just getting hate. Anyway, the Adrielle Sigler snark page is off the chain. Go check it out. Look at this picture of her. Like, lay off the self-tanner. She probably spent $17,000 a month on self-tanner. Look like you dipped yourself in some old burnt butter. You need to stop, lady. You're gross. So, this is just beginning. Okay, everybody? This is just starting. Adrielle Sigler, welcome to the show, butthole. You are a disgustoid, and you should be ashamed of yourself and your poor kids. Your poor kids are suffering through all this. You're going to lose your platform eventually. TikTok is going the way of the dodo, and you're not going to be able to get it back. Because all these people who build their thing off hate and they just like the drama and they do it, that's not going to last. That's not a longevity plan. You are hated, and when people get bored with it, they're just going to leave it. That's how it works. And you're going to have to keep doing crazier and crazier stunts in order to bring people back, and eventually it's going to land you in prison. Because that's where you're destined. It's where you should be anyway. You're gross for grifting off this type of stuff, and you're a terrible mother. You are a terrible person. You are an idiot, and nobody likes you. You don't even go here, okay? Chill on the hot dog skin, too, okay? You're creeping people out. Everybody, take a deep breath. Hot dogs, flavored skin. It's really weird. Ew. If you know Adrielle Sigler, reach out to me. If you've known her from your past, she owes you money, any of the grish has happened to you, you reach out to me, you can use my platform to call her out. Because these types of people do not deserve the platform they have because they are assholes. And they are scammers and they are grifters. And their children suffer because of it. Right? They're gross. Again, I know from personal experience, this type of person, very triggering. Hands up in the comments below if you know someone like her. You know someone like her. And they're all the same. I think the book's called The Passion. I think, or something like that. What's the book called? The book where you talk things into existence. I don't know what it's called, but someone you're gonna name it. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thanks for getting upset with me today. If you know more about her, you let me know. And thanks, my mod, my Beaver's Unit, for hooking me up with a lot of this information. She is an incredible, incredible source to my channel. Hey, do anything about Adrielle Sigler? And she's like, look at all these. And she helps me out, and she's amazing. And so, thank you for being here. You are incredible. You are valuable. Someone has a crush on you. Don't be like her. And I'll see you when I see you.